Hello people, good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a little bit different angle. This is not the best angle. I'm sitting on my bed and having some tea. This is gonna be morning thoughts. I am not very well. I have a very bad flu. It's a seasonal flu. Everybody in Bangladesh got it. Don't blame me. I get blamed a lot for being sick. My immune system itself is not that great, but I was doing great. I didn't do so much of indiscipline. I don't smoke no more. I don't do cold stuff. Just yesterday, just one cold Mirinda. I think that's what got me pretty bad. Flu and stuff. Okay, so this one I picked up from my parents' place. Everybody is sick there. So it's in the air. Everybody's falling sick. So I'm trying to cure myself, but it is going to take a while. So I finished one video. All the bottles are there. Okay, I was facing that angle, but suddenly I feel like doing a video, and it's just a total random topic. So many of you nowadays can see that. By the way, sorry, so rude. Time check, 4:30 a.m. That's the stupidest thing. The people like, oh, why do you show us the time? How does it affect? Sometimes it does. Sometimes people have their own thing. I like to do videos late night, early morning. I'll go for a morning walk and a little bit of a drive and breakfast, but this time it's very quiet except our security guard. You guys know, right? So some of you, Julie, she said, why don't you invite him up here? And I'm like, yeah, that will happen, and he'll never go down. I'll go all Dexter Morgan on him. He just blows whistle, this crazy guard, and he's just very loud, and I think a little bit of a problem up there. Anyway, life gives you lemons, squeeze and make lemonade. But mostly I like to do videos right now because people are all sleeping. I can even talk like this low voice and you can still hear, but normally daytime is so noisy in Bangladesh, man, especially Dhaka. Next door we have a school, man, every day the cars honking and all that. So I wake up with those noise, and then this every day. This building, for some reason, one apartment is always under construction, drilling, knocking. And if you haven't been here, you guys wouldn't understand the OCD. You wouldn't understand the condition. Like, I get very like disturbed with the noise, and it's not the regular noise. People make noise for no reason. So anyway, despite all that, I like doing videos at this time. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so I'm not wearing any fragrances, and reason being because of that flu that I have. It triggers. I had Asian beef noodle soup, which has like nice bok choy in there, as well as nice beef. Yeah, there was a good broth, which helps. And then I'm gonna have some biryani later. Yeah, at this hour. But I just want to talk about this particular topic. Okay, topic is what it takes to be a fragrance reviewer. It's a very old topic. It's nothing new about it, but I would like to share because every day is a new day, and then you keep learning. And I have had great time since 2016. By the time this year ends, it will be 2026. It will mark like 10 years of my work, and it's not just something. It is a lot of things. It's like, for me, it's like the pages on a book. So 10 years, 1 decade. I'll remember some of my inspirations, back in the days, how it used to be, how it started. If you like this kind of content, you can watch. A lot of the OG reviewers are no longer around. They quit. Some of them passed away, and some of them became very mainstream. Like, I'll not take names, but they became sort of commercial reviewers who are sponsored by brands, and they're doing just that. But it's all good. More power to everybody. I don't hate on anybody's success. I always said, if some of the reviewers, they came from different countries, and with their accents, also with their very not so great content, they still became successful with certain their approaches, which men like, sexiness. I'm happy for them as well. There's no grudge. This is a small world. We don't have to bite each other, So sometimes, we'll discuss. Okay, first of all, what it takes to be a fragrance reviewer. It takes a lot of sacrifices. Okay. One of the sacrifices you make is you give so much of yourself in this line. You give not just money. You might think it's money. It's the amount of money that you sacrifice. Money, definitely big thing. Sometimes the last, I always said, those reviewers like me who buy their fragrances and review, end of the month, last 10 days before paycheck comes, we struggle. And what I mean by those 10 days are very stressful. I will tell you, I live in Bangladesh. Some of you will be like, knowing, oh, it's a poor country. It's not supposed to be a poor country. It's a corrupt country, okay? Because our officials, governments, people in general, all like that. If actually the money that we made, the tax we paid, everything stayed in this country, we would be richer than most of the countries in the world. Trust me, our people work so hard. Our people, those hardworking people, I salute them. Okay, but unfortunately, a corrupt government, they steal everything from bank. They steal. So basically, what I'm trying to say is, like, in this country itself, I found ways to make this fragrance game my line of work, which is credit to the country. No other country, even I was living in Malaysia, I praise Malaysia so much. I would not even say Malaysia, it would be possible for me to collect so many, review so many, because the community here is great, like, despite a lot of negative people, but the support that I had from my people, unbelievable. I had Decant page, they supported me. When I review, people watch me, and then whenever I go, people promote my videos. So many ways I could become Joy Amin from Bangladesh, and some of you wonder how did it happen. Without the support of people, it wouldn't happen. Obviously, you guys from overseas watched me, and I got the silver play button, I got the monetization. I don't know. It's a not always granted thing. Maybe I'll lose it someday. I lost my Facebook profile, sorry. But it took a lot of sacrifice. Last 10 days, sometimes I do not buy expensive food. I do not buy stuff that I need. I try to just ride it, like the song, ride it, So not Sean John, Jay Sean, right? Yeah, that song, Ride It. So yeah, it takes lots and lots of sacrifice to be. If you want to be reviewer, do not look for few things. Easy way out, shortcuts, 1 or 2 viral videos, not gonna happen. People came and went. In Bangladesh, a lot of people came and went. My country, I've seen, we haven't been able to produce, an international reviewer that is with the numbers, they did so much work. There are reviewers, definitely very, very good reviewers, my friends, a lot of my friends I'm very proud of, but internationally, you would not see them, people mentioning them. So it happened for a reason that people maybe didn't take it as a full-time job. I did take it as a full-time job. And I bought many perfumes, I sold it off, I had struggles, I went through debts, I went through addiction, which is still there, but I try to keep it a bit disciplined. Even if I buy something, I have a vision. My vision is, when I do a review, it has to get views. If I don't get views, it will not get ads. If I don't get ads, I will not get paid. Yeah, in a way you can say, oh, he is a commercial reviewer as well. Without money, nobody works. No one does this for sake of passion only, who are doing on a regular basis. People who do it as passion, they either are very rich, filthy rich, like a zamindars or landlords, or they have jobs that pay them like hundreds and thousands of dollars. I don't have that. So I have a lot of shortcomings. Despite that, I try to work. So I do this from morning until the night. It's an ongoing process. Decanting, reviewing, buying, selling, and then talking, engaging with people, and maintaining my groups. So it took a lot. If I did have my monetization like since the beginning, I would be a millionaire because of the number of videos I did, number of views I had. And imagine if I had ads on each, I would earn a lot. But I got it like last 4 years or so, isn't it? When I got in 2000, I forgot the year actually when I got monetization, 2021 or 21, I think. Yeah, 21 till 4 years, right? So in this time, let me tell you some facts, which are just facts. There's no hidden agenda, no hidden truth. Facts are, you cannot be super nice guy. You cannot be 100% honest. If you're 100% honest, and if you're super nice guy, if you're super raw guy, like few reviewers try to show like they're brutally honest and everything, they disappeared. Either the companies went after them, or people didn't like that. Yeah, trust me, people don't like honest people, okay? Because people are looking to buy, let's say, budget perfume, and they always are, like trying their best not to believe anything. This is the most difficult people. Like, there are these happy people, there are these people who are not happy. They just really want to hate everything. They say, make me convinced that this fragrance is no go. Say it's bad, then we'll say it's a good review. Okay? This is reality. Some people are very simple. They're like, hey bro, new fragrance out, talk about it. I want to get it. I want to know your thoughts. When I got it, so I want to feel good, better about myself. These are the majority of people, happy people. Third people, these people just always watch reviews. They don't buy anything at all. Like, they know that this fragrance is good, but they don't have the cash to buy it. So, but they still be telling like, I'm such an enthusiast. And I bash a little bit these people that you have no collection, even decants, you don't have anything, but you tell people don't buy these, they are scammers, this and that. If we didn't exist, fragrance game wouldn't be. No, I'm not talking about me, all the reviewers. If they did not promote perfumes, you didn't know even a fragrance is out. Sometimes a fragrance house that you didn't know about, Middle Eastern house, that if we didn't do one review, you wouldn't have any reference point. But we don't get any thanks. It's okay. It's that kind of a job. It's a no thanks job. But we are doing this, on our own. So we're taking the responsibility. So I understand people always get mad. Like, didn't you say that fragrance was number one? Today you are doing other one number one. You are a scammer. First of all, I did address this. When we do this work, you don't have to watch, and I mean pay and watch. It's not like that private club only, members only that people do. A lot of people do, like you pay and then you watch. On my channel, no such thing. It's free. You would choose it. Okay, you want to watch it or not. If you don't like this format at all, but I know many people hate and they still like come back like, what is that guy saying right now? Yeah, I hate it. I hate it. And he's like, oh, Boss Bottle Absolute. He's talking about it. It's like not convincing. Same time, in Middle East, your favorite reviewers who live there in Middle East right now, your orang putih, in Malaysian terms, is orang putih. Orang putih, just Google it. You understand what it means. Those reviewers will say something like it, like, man, Boss Bottle is the absolute gem. Then you people, the same people who hated me for saying Boss Bottle Absolute was a great fragrance, you'll look for Decant from me. This is the reality. This is how the mindset works. You see a woman with cleavage, you see two women trying to be naughty, and these very smart, simple people, like same people, they'll be like, oh no, that girl says so, must be a great review, must be like a, great fragrance. Okay, so this is how men's brain work. We are man-child, like most of us, we see bling bling, we bought many fragrances, trust me, based on hype. True, but at the same time, some fragrances were actually good. And if you don't agree to that because you too smart, you are just too smart, more smarter than everybody else, then there is a problem. You cannot be smarter than the people who are the top reviewers in the world, top influencers. They're having the numbers of views, money they're making. You can hate all you want, but those companies are making huge profit. You can hate houses. I'm telling you, man, I bought every single house. I became broke. Last 2 months, I became broke buying so many Middle Eastern perfumes. Every week, there is a Shura, there is a Darish. Wallahi, there's like every day, there's a one release. Nobody's giving us for free, okay? Yeah, in the Middle Eastern, where the big influencers stay, they get the whole box full of perfumes. Their life is so easy. Get full box of perfumes, get the big paycheck. They're pretty, and they'll say, oh, I found it. Oh, don't know what's in it, but it's great. I didn't smell it. I haven't opened the bottle yet, box yet, but I know it smells great. I don't know how that happens, okay? But that's what sells, okay? So these are truth. These are facts in fragrance world that people know, but they don't admit. We brown guys, let's say, guilty of it. Like, being from subcontinent or Asia, we don't get invites. Even if we are offered something, it's the worst offers. Our same very people who own the brands, like the brown people, Asian people who lives in Dubai, they value the privileged ones more. They give them huge paycheck. They're not willing to do that because we do the same thing and better. This part of the world, not that many. I know Nikhil bhai, me, some of the other Indian reviewers, Pakistani reviewers, we don't get that sort of respect. It's okay. We'll do this on our own. We've chosen this. We are not entitled, but it would be nice to be recognized sometimes, And there are a lot of new reviewers that people like young kids, TikTokers, Instagram ones, they think they are the OGs, man. Sorry to say, OGs are Mark, Robzo 8, OGs are Red Lessons, OG are Jeremy, OG are Sebastian Zara, Carlos. If you haven't watched those era where it started, man, these are OGs. These are the reasons why we existed. The mid batches of reviewers now, sometimes we get mentioned like Joyman is my inspiration. Man, my inspiration was Robzo 8, okay? No matter how brutally honest he was, sometimes we don't agree. And Mark is the guy who started the reviewing thing, right? Some other reviewers. So back in the days, man, those were the times, glorious times. 15, 16, and Mark started in 2008, if I'm not mistaken. Robes, ROBES 08, in case you do not know his name. I went through severe depression and this guy called me up one day, my mentor. And I was like, couldn't believe it. And obviously, Chad McChesney, man, that guy is my bro. That guy is my guardian angel. That guy gave me a break. I always say, Chad is the great guy. Carlos, brother Carlos, back in the days, I became Joyamin because of a lot of reasons. Chad gave me a lot of breaks, right? So these people didn't know me. They are from Canada, USA, but I'm from Bangladesh. And Mark called me one fine day, man, are you okay? Can we talk? Yeah, I went through severe depression. I got addicted to perfumes and I got in a very bad spot. And we did have a talk about almost 2 hours, and he did make a video about me. So yeah, these guys are the OGs, man. These guys had real community, not marketing, not lies. Like a celebrity perfume comes out, and every single reviewer they sent it to them, and they said it's great. Nowadays you see him bashing a lot of reviewers, and he calls them sellouts. Perhaps I am sellout as well in certain ways, because I do have a Decant page and I do buy fragrances, I do sell. So people like, why should you earn? Why should you make money out of it? You should do it pro bono. So you guys do not understand one thing, man. If we have no incentive, let's say you want to work somewhere in company and they say you're not going to get any payment, you're just going to get pleasure of doing this work, you'll enjoy it, so you pay yourself. How do you feel? Okay, but yeah, there is a distinction. You cannot sell your soul and then you say still claim that, oh man, I did this for money. No, you can still be honest about a perfume. Let's say I buy fragrances. I do not buy fragrances with my money which I don't like, which are not 10 out of 10 or like flimsy, like overpriced synthetic garbage. I don't buy those. Some of you may say, yeah, some of them are synthetic, but I buy something I really believe in. But there is this two things. One thing is you being dishonest. You say, you get a paycheck and you say this fragrance is great, brand new, 10 out of 10. But you get a fragrance, you bought a fragrance, same fragrance, but you actually like it so much. It's a possibility also, right? Like Hawas Black, great fragrance. Not all the Hawases are bad. So people have this doubt in their head, like, is this reviewer being honest or not? We do not know. If you have that doubt, you'll never find happiness. You either believe it or don't believe it. Simple. Don't follow them or don't follow them. But some of the fragrances I really felt they're great. I give them 10. Some of them I'm like, the Atlantis was okay. The Malibu was okay. See, people don't remember that. And Hawa Size was great. Okay, so Middle Eastern perfumes, yeah, nowadays everybody, as you met, Middle Eastern fragrances, they're giving all the reviewers free bottles. And it's not true. Not everybody gets free bottles. So you need to keep in mind, if you want to be a reviewer, first thing, no matter what happens, you cannot think of numbers, money, earning at the same time, like all the time, like this is my primary goal. You have to do the work, number of years. I know so many reviewers, they did at least 1,000 videos. Massive respect for that. They may not get the views, but they did the work. You ran the mile. So be honest, be exclusive, be original, whatever your style. Let's say even if you're cringe, if your thing is sarcasm, dark humor, still do that, no problem, okay? But be original, do not try to be fake. I know a lot of people, they just like fake, man, they just like copy some other ones and they follow the trend and they don't have anything of their own and they don't even have the confidence, their eyes don't glow, they don't have the passion or the knowledge. So they are wannabes. Wannabes don't really last, okay? Brutal truth. If you're wannabe and if you want to be here for quick success, man, you will disappear in time. Even if you have great collection, you invest a lot of money. If you really don't want to do this, don't do it. Do what you feel like doing. If you want to start a restaurant, do a restaurant. If you think fragrances are something, you will do 2 days video and people will be like, oh, viral. Man, after the viral what? You have to keep doing, you have to keep producing. Let's say you made a great film. Then you're a great producer or a filmmaker. You have to produce so many more. One film wouldn't cover you for the rest of your life. Like, yeah, there's a movie called Sholay, Kayamat Se Kayamat Tak, Dawn, all these great films are there, but Dilwale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge, Hindi films, right? But the producers still have to produce so many other films to stay relevant, right? So I would say you have to keep at it. You have to keep collecting and you have to sacrifice your money at a certain point. You have to go to places and listen to people, what they demand, and go to people, ask their opinion, wake up every day, scent of the day, this and that. So you have to sacrifice your time. More so than money, most precious thing you sacrifice is your time. I became old doing this, those who remember. I started doing with a very weird hairstyle. Yeah, now I have weird hairstyle. I have long hair and all. This is every winter I do my thing. But I used to have a mohawk. Like those who miss my head, this is how it used to look like. And then I didn't have so much, gray beard and all that. But now I got old, 44, so much health issue and all. But I'm still here. I'm still doing this what I love. And yes, it is my work. It is my money making process. It is income source. But everything included, the day I'll lose my passion, I'll sell off all my fragrances, I'll still be rich, okay? Because I have a lot of fragrances. I can sell them, I can make decent money, and I can focus on something else. But, I continue. I believe this is what, sitting at home, I can earn and I can work. But people, on the other hand, in Bangladesh who have jobs, even if they earn so much more than me, their struggle is crazy, man. They have to drive every day through the jam. Horrible jam in Bangladesh, man. system is so bad right now. We are in a big chaos, you know. Our people are not the most, you know, disciplined one, but people have to go to work, so much stress. Sometimes people work 6 days a week, they don't get any sleep. I'll tell you, you have to find ways to relax. You have to have weekends, you have to have quality sleep, okay? Apart from reviewer or fragrance work, you have to find ways not to stress yourself. If you think of 24/7 about sales, money, your what numbers and everything, you'll never enjoy the game. Nowadays, sometimes I do 2-3 videos when I have good mood. Sometimes I don't do any videos at all, 1 or 2 days. I take a break, I go to my parents' place, I just sleep, eat, just walk, enjoy the surroundings and the mosquitoes. So many mosquitoes there. That's a very big house, but over there, you know, I just go there to relax. You know, I see my mom, talk to her, you know, and then what they're gonna do, the whole building and stuff. So we have I have like few flats, so I'll get rental from there. But I told my parents, you know, you can keep it, you know, if you have any extra you can give me, it's no problem. I don't need their money. But you know, at the old age, you know, they're feeling like it's a lot of struggle, you know. So I still, when I go, you know, they're very happy, you know. I just discuss, sit with them, and you know, take some food, and I cook for them. I just do their dishes sometimes, you know, and they like it, you know. But you cannot stress yourself out like, man, this no job or no nothing is worth it, you know. You can stress all you want, but in the end, what's bound to happen will happen, right? In life, don't worry too much. There is good days, there are bad days, okay? Everything's part of life. And if you're waking up every day and just say, thank God for one more day, okay? So that's how I view life nowadays, man. It's okay. Sales, no sales, I just have decent, you know, like amount of money left end of the week, month, so I can buy my food, whatever I like. As long as I can have good food, man, my soul is happy, you know. Very simple. If you can eat good food, man, you'll always be happy. Don't be stingy, you know, like I'm gonna sacrifice on good food, I'm just gonna eat some crap. No, spend some money on fruits and food and beverages, whatever you like, juice, and go to some places sometimes during winter just for the sake of it. Just take a trip, just drive. You need to like inhale fresh air, you know, and then do your work, mix it up. That's great. So as a reviewer, end of the story is, not always you're gonna make huge money. Most of the time, if you're doing honest work on your own, don't sign like deals with other companies, you won't be able to be rich. A lot of reviewers, they have their own fragrance line. It's joint collaboration, and I'm saying, yeah, if I want, I can do it. But when you do own a brand, you cannot be honest about it all the time. Let's say I make a fragrance, I know for sure it's okay, I didn't have anything to do with it, it's just an average perfume. When I do my review, am I gonna be able to tell like my fragrance is average? You just think of it like your friend fragrance, he sent it to you. Do you want to say your friend's fragrance is just trash? It's not possible. You really have to make a banger, really a long-lasting beast mode fragrance, or don't make anything at all. So I want to be part of the process where fragrance is going to be something I really can be proud of, or I can say it's a long-lasting one, it's a great fragrance, great presentation, I can be proud of it, or I'll just stay quiet, you know, because end of the day, you know, you want to do something that actually satisfies you. If you are not satisfied with your own product, man, what's the purpose, right? But collection, if you're being a fragrance collector, reviewer, whatever you do, you'll get lots and lots of betrayal, you'll get lots and lots of bashing, you get a lot of hate comments. It's not easy to deal with those. I know a lot of people cannot deal with it, you know, they fall apart. Like one negative comment, like someone says something about your racial status, or you know, let's say you personal attacks, you know, you are a normal person, if you're a sweet person, you're not going to be able to take it. Yeah, in a way that we became kind of like, you know, titanium right now. But at times when I see random comments and they say something, you know, just personal attack, you know, it still bothers me, it still disturbs me, you know, because we're just human. So yeah, a lot of sacrifice in many ways, right? So keep those in mind. You get all these, you know, you face the bashing, even if you're the most popular person right now. Go out there in mainstream media and see how your own friends treat you. You'll get so much bashing, hatred from many people. It's unreal. It's just so sad, but that's how the world is, you know. But good thing is, if you stay positive, if you keep working, someday, you know, even your critics and haters will start following you religiously, and people will say, nah, this guy is doing his work, you know, he has put his footsteps or footprints, whatever, you know, in the journey, and he did his work. No matter he's the best reviewer or not, doesn't matter, but at least he's doing his work, grinding every day. Don't disappear, okay? If you disappear, like I would say the classic case is Mark. Sometimes he disappear for 1 week, sorry, 1 year or so, then he come back. But by now his number is supposed to be the highest. But it doesn't matter. I don't think he works for numbers like Rob Zoid. He has his channel, but it's a shame basically that the guy who started it all, he is not the one that is, being approached by all the companies. He's supposed to be getting all the goods. He deserves it, right? I feel. And those who actually worked, like made fragrances popular, like A to Z, without receiving for free, we're getting it, like paying for every single perfume and Shura, Hawasses, those who are responsible, perhaps didn't get the deals, it's okay, no problem. But good thing is we got to meet a lot of good people like you guys, okay, who you like, you guys follow us, you guys joined our groups, supported us every single way. So we lose some, we get some. And I feel personally I gained so much more in my journey. A lot of fragrances, man, it's like lifetime achievement for me, so happy, right? And let's see if the winter becomes decent and we actually can have a little bit decent cold weather this year. So I'll put some Christmas lights here. Some of you don't understand, like some of the Muslim brothers don't say thank God. God is not your God. I'm like, in English, that's a language. You shouldn't speak that language. It's not your language. I am not like that diehard. I'm not an extreme of any nature. I believe in humanity. I believe in good people, good souls. Anywhere you are from, it doesn't matter. Okay, if you're nice and kind, I love you. Okay, so that's it. Take care, guys. Thanks for watching. Totally random topic. Just felt like talking, but keep the thing real. Like if you're doing this work, don't be a fake. Okay, don't be a like this voice. Sometimes, oh guys, this is the great. Like fake. Don't try to be super extra cool, which you are not. If you are lying in your reviews, people can tell. Okay, if your compliment stories like sounds like, man, I got 50 girls in one night, you are done. Mix humor, mix good humor, good stories, interesting, but always bread and butter is your content. Make sure content is coming from your heart. Okay, and even if you love a perfume, if you want to promote it, say it with passion. Do not be a person without passion. Your eyes are dead. You're just like, hello guys, today I'm going to talk about this, my name is this, and you sob. Nothing's going to happen. So be cheerful. When you face the camera, look at the camera. Sometimes I tell my brothers, they look here, okay, because they're looking at them in the screen. When you don't look at the camera, it doesn't look like you're communicating with people. A lot of these tips I give people, but sometimes they follow, sometimes they don't. Don't look there. Don't look here. Okay, you are here, but people are there, right? So these things learn every day. When you pick up from other reviewers, what are they doing so great? Light effects, sounds, editing. I don't do any editing. What camera they use, what microphone they use. So yeah, you invest a little bit, then you become like, at one point you'll find your comfort zone. Okay, everybody have a nice day. See you soon, and good night from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Bye bye.